And I put a little bit of salt in it to help get it to boil a little quicker. And then I got this is a tablespoon. I can't see it. But anyway, this is a tablespoon. Or you can just use a regular house spoon, but I usually get it hot first because it'll make the dough come out easier. I usually scoop about this much dough in and just drop it in. It's going to go to the bottom, but it's like when it floats, that's when it's done. And you can make it smaller. You can make it actually a half a tablespoon big, or you can make it a tablespoon big. It's actually kind of your preference. Just let it dangle off of there till it falls in the water. Get your next scoop. You can put quite a few in, it doesn't matter. Just when they start rising to the top, that's when they're done. We already have some floaters. That sounds really gross, but in here it's nice because that means they're done. But you can keep putting these in. And Kevin's going to cut up the strawberries so that they're ready, so that doesn't take very much time. But if you see, here's one that's already floating right here. You can just keep putting them in. They'll just float when they're finished, and you can just scoop them all out and put them in the bowl when you're ready. Wouldn't mind getting a metal bowl down, Kevin? They'll just fall down to the bottom anyway, and then when they're done, they'll come to the top. As you can see, here's some ones that are already finished. They're just floating at the top. That's okay. It's just easier to put that one in the fridge. And by the way, these dumplings can actually be made with chicken and anything else. So it's not just for strawberry dumplings. You can actually make them with anything. You can put blueberries in. It's a neutral taste food, so you can use it with like salt or sugars. And it's very savory. Or savory types of foods. So as you can see, I'm almost done with what's in here, and I just usually scrape it all out till I get it all in there. But like I said, this is only half of the amount that I usually make. I usually make a lot more than this, but this should be enough for you guys, for birthdays or Christmas or everything else that these guys always used to ask me to make them for, or just any occasion. Sometimes I just put them in a crock pot and let it keep it warm, but that's not necessary. And then just get a bowl. And then this is when you can start taking the ones that are off the top and putting them in. And they look like this. We need butter. Just make sure you only get the ones on the top so you don't actually scoop the ones out that may not be finished yet. And like I said, this is what they look like. They almost look like chicken, which I think is hilarious, but I'm just going to go like this, make sure there wasn't any stuck to the bottom. And there we go, that's what it looks like in the pan, or the bowl. We're going to put butter in there, just about four slices of these. And can you start stirring it, please? I can't do both. So that's going to be that. Just 4 slices of those on there. And since the butter is, or since we have butter in there, it doesn't really matter that this is happening. So I usually cut it like this. And guys, this is not the original way I made it. This is not the Czech way. This is the lazy way, American way, but it's quick and I can get it done quickly. So. And you do cut, I usually cut my strawberries up before I even start, but I wanted to make sure I got this recorded for everybody's birthday, starting with Eric, so that everybody can use this video and know how to do it. I'll go ahead and make another video another time about how I do it the original way. But for now, I hope everybody enjoys this. And like I said, the dough can be used, the dumplings part can be used for kind of stuff. And you can use any kind of fruit you want. You can use blueberries, raspberries, boysenberries, elderberries. You can even use peaches. I've used them all, but everybody seemed to like strawberries the most. And then you can also put it with chicken or even beef in a dumpling, kind of a stew. And you can actually put as much or as little strawberries as you want. But these guys always seem to like a lot of it. And you can also use frozen or fresh, depending on how often you make it. And depending on the season. Sometimes they're not going to be in season, so you're probably just going to want to get frozen ones. And if you have little bad parts, I usually just cut those off. Okay, so now I'm going to just start tossing all of these in. I'm going to stir it a little bit. And we're going to get the milk in there, which is about, I think, between 2 to 4 cups, so I'm going to see how much this makes. It's going to be 4 cups at least. And I recommend only using whole milk. Organic pasteurized is the best if you want the healthiest. You need to stir it up. This is the color and look it's supposed to be. So we've got a strawberry leaf in there. So it's supposed to look like this. Then you get a 16 ounce, or this is 24 ounce, but this is a 24 ounce, so you can use 24 ounce actually. And you just put all of it in there. And then you just stir it up. And this is the way it's supposed to look. We did it one year with Tori and it looked very strawberry and it was just hilarious. But anyway, this is what it's supposed to look like. The consistency and everything. Let me get the powdered sugar. Okay, and then the powdered sugar is actually to taste. So I've never used the same amount any time. Sometimes I want it sweeter, sometimes I want it a little less sweet. But sometimes it does take quite a bit to make this delicious. So you're at least going to want it heaping like this. It's not healthy, but it's delicious. Unless I make and you can hand to scale for this. Hand for scale. Kevin's trying to tell me something and I'm not getting it. Kevin, just say it.
You're supposed to put your hand next to it so she could get a scale for
a scale. Anyway, like I said, it's to taste. So you guys have, this is where you come in and you taste it. Well, actually, Eric will know what it tastes like, so you should have him taste it. You can put that in very last, and then you just mix it all together until it is all together. And you usually you really want to do this as quick as can because you want it to still be warm when they're eating it. And you can actually place it, like I said, in a crock pot and just put it on warm and then turn it off probably after 15 or 20 minutes and just let it keep warm that way. But that's usually how I do it. And that's what strawberry dumplings looks like, and that's how we make them. I love everybody, and happy birthday to everybody who ends up using this for their birthday, starting with Eric. Happy 12th birthday. Tori, happy 21st. Kevin, October. Actually, Eric, April 12th. Tori, April 21st. Kevin, October 24th. And David, December 21st. I'm April 16th. And Grandma is April 22nd. Robert is December 29th. And your guys' dad is June 5th. So, happy birthday to everybody. And love you.
Happy birthday. And the Czech name for this recipe is Johodowe knedlíky.
Or strawberry dumplings. Love you. Bye.